Dr. Castleberry here again. I'm right back. I didn't go anywhere, but here is our additional video to orient us for the Oklahoma Speech Theater and Communication Association mini conference coming up Saturday, November 2nd at Rogers State University in Claremore, Oklahoma. All right. So this is a great chance to step onto another campus to see some of the beautiful scenery in our state. If you all are from maybe southern Oklahoma, western Oklahoma, central Oklahoma, here's a chance to see a few trees, okay, maybe some fall foliage, and take it in. One of the great things about Claremore is it's right off the interstate, okay? And so what that means to us is we have minimized the inability to attend. One of the things I also did, I personally reached out to the organizers, the board of directors, and the OSTCA president to request, to urge them to place our panel at a convenient time, knowing we're going to have different people coming in or with different needs and schedules, all right? And so ideally, we're all there at the very beginning of the conference in the morning at the registration time. I think it's actually an early time, like 7 to 8 a.m. So really 7:30. Some of you may need basic needs in life, need to drive in. And so it could be quite an early start, or you might be getting there a little bit after registration time. What we do want to do is ensure that everything's in place before you get there. All right. And so pre-register. And in addition to pre-registering, let me know. Stay in touch with me. I've passed along my information, my personal contact information. I want to help you have a successful experience at OSTCA this year. But also our panel, all right? So back to the timing. Our panel is later in the morning, okay? Almost at the noon hour. And what that means is it's giving you time to get in, get settled, get a little bit comfortable, connect with me. Let's get you feeling better about that. Maybe sit in on a panel or two that morning and just kind of observe, take it in, get your notes together, get your game face on, right? And be ready for that opportunity. Here is some information about our panel. Let me break it down to you. This should make you feel even better, right? A little more confident about what we're going to accomplish. This paper panel is taken directly from one of our courses, COM 2113, Media Culture and Social Influence. The panel theme is built around our midterm in that course, which was a comparison contrast analysis between two Bond films. So the panel is designed to be a conversation and about what the work we did in there, okay? And that when I say conversation, everyone is expected to have a little mini presentation that they would go to break down some of the key takeaways from what they looked at in their midterm, what kind of results they found, and any other thoughts you might have since then. Now, here's where it gets exciting, and it should make us feel even better about the situation. A normal conference time slot at a big conference, a national conference, an international conference, all right? It could be anywhere from, I think, an hour to an hour and 15 to an hour and 30 minutes. That's pretty normal. Ours is a very tight kind of 30 minutes with a little bit of wiggle room there at the end. And of course, we'll try to potentially get started early, but it's a very tight window, all right? But that helps us just stay focused and stay on task and give you less pressure to have to fulfill some elongated time period, all right? And so that's where we get to the fun part. You only have to feel like you maybe need to talk about the content you put together 3 to 5 minutes. Oh my gosh, that is a middle level speech in a public speaking class, or that is an extended video discussion, right? Which you all have gotten so good at over the years. And so this is what we're doing, folks. All right, everyone will go around the table. Everyone talk a little bit about what they did. I will begin, kind of set the audience up, set the tone, explain the projects, and we'll go from kind of speaker to speaker, and then we'll take some audience questions or have some kind of interaction time, maybe follow-up discussion about about the nature of that, about the spy genre, about James Bond, right? Is this character, is this type of fiction outdated? Why does it still resonate? One of the timely aspects of this panel is we're right on the precipice of the 25th film in the franchise coming out next spring, originally scheduled for this very fall, okay? And so we've timed this out. We've made it happen. These are coinciding, so it's a perfect opportunity to get together and talk about this theme, right? In a constructive way, right? Using those critical thinking skills we've forged together. And so here's what you want to do, all right? Here's the steps. The important part, right? To listen up, write it down, rewind this section. Locate your old paper. It's your midterm. It's your midterm from Com 2 and 1-3. You still have access in D2L. You should always be saving hard copies, right? For that digital media portfolio in the capstone. Read your old paper. Read the full thing. And I reread many of them recently. We did the capstone for most of you all in the last year. And they were shorter than I remember, okay? They weren't terribly long papers. So locate your old paper, read your old paper, update your old paper. Oh, this is an opportunity to look at your work through fresh eyes. You had some distance, and what were you saying about it then? What can be added now? You have what we call perspective, meaning time that's passed since you drafted that. You probably have newer, fresher ideas, ways you can enhance it. How do you enhance it? I don't know. You want to go revisit those films again, or think about it, or look at some scholarship on any one of those themes, or draw from your growing library of COM resources? Sure, maybe. Why not? Okay, so you can potentially update that old paper. Then, as I mentioned, potentially rescreen the movies. Not required, not necessary, but unless you all are steeped in the canon, unless you study media, very, very intently and often like I do, then it's easy for a lot of that content to kind of just drift away from the mind. So you may want to revisit a few themes, or at least go read some old film reviews or something. But then possibly, we're really tight on time, so it's not going to be a necessity. But one mechanism that could just help you be accountable in preparing would be maybe make a few visual slides about it. If you were to describe your paper in 3 to 5 visual slides, what would those slides look like? What would they say? Maybe you could put that together. And I've reached out to see if technology will be available in our class, in our conference room, whatever type of room they have it scheduled for. If it is, we can pull that up. We can and we will. We'll have it ready for you. And now you have another resource to make you feel more comfortable. But these repetitions are good. Presentations are important. And that kind of information is vital, all right? We built this major to serve you. And this is an opportunity. MACU does not have a strong history or presence with student representation at conferences and this kind of thing. But we're changing the tide. We're meeting that mission statement for the major, for the school, for the university. All right, so join me in this. Let's have a blast. All right, this is it's easy, common. We all feel a little bit of butterflies. I say very few of us do not, leading into formal engagements and formal presentations. That's okay. That's natural. Embrace it. And let's just go have some fun and meet and hang out for a morning, and you will be done so relatively early in the day that it's brilliant. You can do whatever you want with the remainder of your time. All right, so that is our panel presentation video, and I will also be creating a video to finally talk about those of you entering the PR competition. So look forward to that, and thank you for listening.